Okay, so good morning to everyone and to our lecture. My report will be about modern and new normal supervision. Okay, and the objective of this report or this part of the report is to reintroduce the characteristics of modern supervisions in relations to the traditional methods and adjustments for the new normal methods of supervision. So I will be discussing the characteristics and the features of modern supervisions, and later on we are also going to discuss the adjustments made for the new normal methods of supervision. Okay, so first let us define what is the concept of modern educational supervision. So modern supervision is a developmental concept over traditional supervision. So it is based on research, and its prime objective is to enhance the overall teaching learning environment. Modern supervision is objective oriented, systematic, democratic, and creative, as well as productive and dynamic. Democratic principles are more preferred in modern supervision. The concept of modern educational supervision believes that supervision is a cooperative effort rather than an individualistic effort. So modern supervision is well planned and constructive. The principle of human relation and motivation is highly followed to make the supervision effective. Modern supervision, in fact, means motivating and bringing desirable changes in the behavior of the teachers. Okay, so let us now go to the characteristics of modern supervision. So this is the general idea of the characteristics of modern supervision. So the first one is that modern concept of supervision recognizes the child and his growth and development as the center of supervisory activities. It focuses mainly on the improvement of the learning process. So this time, modern supervision is not only focused on the development of the teacher or the supervision of the teacher, but on the overall learning process of the teacher and the student. Modern supervisions promote the growth of the child and the teacher through stimulation, direction, and guidance. Third one is that modern supervision sees education as a whole. All factors are evaluated in terms of supervisory principles rather than techniques in improving teaching learning situation. Subjective judgments is less emphasized, and importance is given on objective and scientific evidences. The next characteristics of modern supervision is that it is interdependence and cooperation are the essential characteristics of modern supervision. All teaching learning activities are integrated and correlated with one another. Next one is that modern concept of supervision is more than a mere inspection of the work of the teachers. So unlike the traditional method of supervision, the modern concept of supervision is more than the inspection of the work of the teacher. It is a friendly help and counsel. Another difference with the traditional method of supervision with the modern methods of supervision is that it is creative and dynamic. So it is expertly and technical in its aspect of service. It is highly cooperative, constructive, scientific, and systematic. The next one is that modern supervision is composed of much more than rating sheets, classroom visits, and the teacher's meeting. It is in fact based primarily on an attitude of continuous and mutual interaction between the teacher and the supervising officer. Okay, next is modern supervision is based on a broadened concept of leadership. The concept of leadership held by a group usually depends on the emotional climate within which the group must work. So another important aspect of the modern supervision is the relationship between the group members with the role of leadership. If the tone of the situation is largely authoritarian, only a status type of leader will have much opportunity to exercise leadership. Conversely, however, a feeling of security and mutual respect exists. It is relatively easy to encourage a type of leadership which emerges from the group. Overall, modern supervision is very effective and necessary for the improvement of the overall educational system. In contrast to inspection, modern supervision can function more effectively and objectively. Okay, here are the major features of the modern supervision. So modern supervision is democratic in nature and approach, so it is free flowing and basically follow in contrast to the traditional method of supervision. The next one is that modern supervision is continuous process. Modern supervision is comprehensive in nature. Modern supervision stresses on quality management. Modern supervision is cooperative in spirit and organization. Modern supervision is creative and scientific in nature. The next one is that modern supervision is positive and constructive in nature and approach. The modern supervision is communicative in nature. The next one is that modern supervision adopts a number of means. And the last one is that supervision is participatory in nature.